Hi Libra, welcome to your monthly forecast for March 2023. You can use this forecast for your sun, moon, and rising. And I'll be working with a whole sign house system with this forecast, and also dates and times may vary depending on where you live. Now you can screenshot this video so you can keep track of the key dates that will be impacting you in March. As you can see on the screen, there are a lot of dates because there's a lot happening this month. Like, it is an action-packed month. And I also have your charts up, and I'm missing the Sun, Moon, Venus, and Mercury, and that's because they are moving so fast this month. They're moving from sign to sign, and there's just not enough space. So for the time being, we're just going to have the outer planets and Mars in this chart. But we have all the key dates on the right-hand side of the screen. So let's get on with this action-packed month. I mean, there's just so much happening. And relationships are very emphasized for you this month, and we're going to talk about it. So at the beginning of the month, this could be the 1st of March or the 2nd of March for some, depending on where you live. We have a Venus and Jupiter conjunction in your 7th house. Now, Jupiter is bringing forth expansion in your relationships. This could be a positive for some, and for others, depending on what else is occurring in your chart, this could be tension around relationships and one-to-one partnerships coming right up to the surface. So it always depends on your chart because Jupiter is all about expansion and it can go either way. But with this conjunction, Venus, which is your ruler, which is all about love, relationships, harmony, and pleasure, and romance, and Jupiter is all about abundance, happiness, joy, positivity, optimism, and expansion and spirituality. This is a beautiful energy. A beautiful, beautiful energy in your 7th house. This definitely would bring a relationship, a new partnership into your life. There is an opportunity for that. There is a potential for that. Or if you're in a relationship right now, you may feel a lot of energy around your relationship, a lot of romance, a lot of connecting. However, that may not be the case for everyone, and that is because although this is a very beautiful, abundant, and prosperous energy, Chiron is in the mix here. Chiron is also in Aries very close by, so this is like a triple conjunction. And Chiron is a wounded healer, so he brings forth our deepest wounds and pains. So if you have any wounds that are still bothering you, any issues around self-value, self-esteem, self-worth, this is a time where you're going to be triggered. Like, you could be in a relationship, but just the ghosts from the past are perhaps haunting you, and you may be in a great relationship, but you're feeling this sadness, or you're feeling down because you're reflecting on the past, or this alignment may trigger you. Or perhaps if you're single, you're wanting to move forward, like, you're ready to move forward, but Chiron is like, dig a little deeper and let's release anything so that you can let go of anything that does not serve you anymore. This is an opportunity for shadow work and healing. You can heal if you're in a relationship together as a union and work on your relationship. Or even if you're single, you can work on past issues that are still perhaps bothering you. So, this is a time to really let go of anything that does not serve you. Watch out for your emotions and your thoughts during the first 2 and 3, actually, the whole entire week, the whole month, because this energy is so strong. We're also going to have Jupiter and Chiron in a exact conjunction on March the 12th. So, all month long, relationships are going to be huge because we're also going to move into Aries season. So, relationships, they will reveal a lot to you because relationships, the 7th house, it acts as a spiritual mirror. So you can learn a lot about yourself. You can grow and evolve a lot through other people. On March the 2nd, we also have Mercury that enters Pisces in your 6th house. So during this time, you may have an interest in your health and wellness. You may, especially because the sun is already here, you may enjoy researching about health, reading books around health, or even just sharing your insights around health, particularly like holistic health, quantum energy, herbalism, magic. Like, during this time, like, that is going to be a huge interest. And this energy is going to also be very strong because on March the 7th, we have a full moon in Virgo, as well as Saturn moving into Pisces in your 6th house. Yes, when the moon is exactly at its peak, at its fullness, 55 minutes later, to be precise, Saturn moves into Pisces in your 6th house. So the moon will be in your 12th house, Saturn and the sun in your 6th house. So this is activating your health axis. The 6th house is our physical health and also the mental health, but the 12th house is the emotional, the psychological, the spiritual, our karmic health as well. So this is going to be very triggering. You will feel a lot of intensity throughout your body during that day. You may feel very lethargic or you may feel very exhausted. This energy will bring a lot of intensity. You can even feel very anxious during this time because the moon will be so potent. And the full moon is all about releasing, letting go to begin a new cycle. So during this time, you may be focusing on your health. Your health may come right up to the surface and you're going to have to make it a priority. And Saturn is going to teach you discipline. It's going to teach you how to be more structured and take your health more seriously and be more strict with your routine as well and your health so you can live your best life. Like that's going to be key for you with this Saturn transit. And I speak more about how Saturn will impact you in my video presentation on Saturn where I talk about all the signs. So you can check that out. I will leave the link down below. So the Virgo full moon is going to be impacting your health and your emotions, how you feel, your routine. You may be thinking about the past. This can also be a karmic time where past life issues can come right up to the surface, and that may trigger you throughout your body. So take great care of your mind, body, soul, and spirit because that's what your higher self wants you to focus on during March, but also throughout Saturn being in your 6th house. On March the 12th, Jupiter will be in a conjunction with Chiron in your 7th house. Again, another opportunity for healing and for expansion. Both Jupiter and Chiron are very spiritual, yet they're very different. Jupiter is more about the positive spirituality and the optimism, whereas Chiron is more of the alchemy, the deep psychological healing. It's the shamanic energy. So in terms of relationships, there can be a lot of shamanic healing occurring during this time. Whether you're doing that healing alone or with your partner, there is an opportunity to do a lot of shadow work. It's kind of like you're doing a lot of karmic spring cleaning during this time. March the 16th, Venus enters Taurus in your 8th house. So, this is a time where you will be focusing on money, finances, and resources, especially money and finances that are connected with another person, whether this is through marriage or a partnership, an investment. So you will be seeing developments there as Venus also rules over money, finances, and partnerships. On March the 19th, Mercury enters Aries in your 7th house. So communication is going to be huge when it comes to you and other people. This can be a time where there can be disputes and arguments and conflicts because Mercury in Aries is very fiery. So you may be very blunt during this time, or others may be very confrontational during this time. So you got to watch out for any heated arguments because things can go really left during this time. And you're not going to hold back. You're going to feel very fiery as well. So if you feel like you may say something that may hurt other people, try to count till 10 because this is a time where our communication is just very blunt and very fierce and very strong. On March the 20th, the sun enters Aries, entering your 7th house at relationships, partnerships, one-to-one connections. And also on March the 21st, we have the new moon in Aries in your 7th house. So a lot of relationship energy, a lot of relationship. This could support your relationship where you can expand together because we also have the sun, Mercury, and Jupiter and Chiron in your 7th house. This can also bring a lot of tension around relationships because Ceres will be opposite this new moon. And Ceres will be triggering your security, your needs, emotional needs, just what you need in a relationship. It may bring memories from the past. So through those triggers, through the emotions you feel, this new moon will shed light on what you require in a relationship and what you need. And what are you willing to compromise on? What are you willing to meet, I guess, your partner in the middle on? Like, this is going to be a time where you're going to have to make a lot of decisions. And also, old past memories may come up to the surface. So this can be a very triggering time. Now, new moons are always a great time to plant seeds. So, if you are single, you can plant seeds in terms of what you want to manifest for a relationship that is in alignment with you. And you really have to think about, well, what makes me feel secure in a relationship? What makes me feel like I'm being nurtured and loved? And what am I willing to compromise on? Am I able to compromise, or am I not able to compromise? Like, those questions need to be answered if you truly want to manifest the true partner that is in alignment with you. And if you are already in a relationship, and if you want to grow together and expand, do a ceremony and ritual together with your partner so you can have a beautiful relationship that is just full of love and acceptance. We also have Venus, Juno, and the North Node in your 8th house during this time in a conjunction. So this could be a great time for finances and money and investments too, and partnerships. So you can also plant seeds around that area. Or perhaps the universe is just going to be working its magic and there may be an opportunity presented to you. March the 23rd, Pluto enters Aquarius in your 5th house. So this is when life is gonna give you a break, because Pluto has been in your 4th house, and the 4th house is a very sensitive area of life. It rules over home, family, the ancestry, the roots. It's an area of life where you go to hide and rejuvenate. And it's also a very hidden area of life because it's at the bottom of the chart. So all that family karma is now over with, okay? You get to breathe. Now it's about your creativity, your self-expression. It's about romance and dating and your inner child and children. So this area of life will be activated and may take a more intense nature. It's a great time for creativity. This is a time where your creativity can get more intense. You can be more darker and deeper with your creativity. It can be more soul felt, and you can be very inspirational to others. You may work through psychological issues through your creativity during this time. And when it comes to romance and dating, you will not be satisfied with anything mediocre. Like, if you're single, you're not going to be satisfied with anything that is just superficial. You're going to want deep bonds and deep experiences. So you have a break from your 4th house. Now it's time to work with that Pluto energy, to work with your creativity. You may also be resolving inner child issues during this time as well. If you have any, or you need to work on any inner child wounds, Pluto can help you with this. March the 25th, Mars enters Cancer in your 10th house. So it's been in Gemini in your 9th house since August 2022 for 7 months. Now it's moving into your 10th house. So this is when career is going to be very emphasized. This is where your focus, your drive, your energy is going to be at. You're going to be on go, 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 go. You're going to be very assertive during this time, very emotional as well. Like, your career is something that is very heartfelt to you. You know, it's in the sign of Cancer. So it's a very sensitive area of your life. And during this time, Mars is like, okay, we're moving forward now. We're going to get things done. So it's a great time for manifesting, achieving, and succeeding. So, Libra, March is an action-packed month, and I hope it's transformational for you. I hope it is enlightening and it presents you with all that you desire, all the answers that you're seeking, and may the blessings be infinite in your life. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe. If you want to have a reading, you can book a session on my website, realquartz.com, and I'll see you next month. Lots of love.